Welcome, everybody, to the very first episode of the Next Level Sports Podcast. We're happy to have you. I'm here. My name is Ant-Man Z, and as always, I'm with my man, Andrew Crash Nash. Andrew, how you doing, buddy? Good to see you today.
I'm blessed, highly favored. How are you, bro?
I'm great, brother. So we got some exciting stuff going on today, don't we? It's the first day of the Final Four of college football playoffs. So far, let me ask you before we even get started, what's your thoughts on them changing to this format now where we have a college football playoff scenario? Are you liking that?
Yeah, great question, bro. And for some of you that followed me over on Facebook, you know that I was very highly accurate. 1 week in, you guys saw me hit 12 of 12. Amen. Which is Vegas doesn't even do that, the bookies, okay?
Right.
So you guys know that I'm highly accurate, my predictions and what I call. Good question, Ant. Here's the deal, man. I believe they are going to have to make some huge changes to this. I would even go to why not extend it out to a Sweet 16 like we have March Madness in college basketball.
Yeah.
And the reason I say that, bro, is because we're seeing all the parity now with the transfer portal, right?
Absolutely.
It's even playing grounds. Like any given Sunday, any given Saturday,
right.
anybody can beat anybody, right?
Yeah.
And
you're right. If they go to that, it's going to be very exciting to watch that. For a fan, as
Yeah.
fans of the sport, we will enjoy it. Obviously, it gives more credence to the actual title winner at the end because it gives everybody a chance to get there. And as a fan, that's just more football, and we're never going to complain about that, are we?
Not at all. And I'll tell you something else, bro, about that. And here's the advantage and disadvantage of this, right? The fairness. All right. Let's just say the Big 12. So by limiting it, say by only having 12 or whatever, you're only given one out of that conference.
Right.
How about two?
Right.
You get the championship winner, and you have a second one, right?
Yeah.
You're not just packing it all with the SEC and 4 or 5 teams out of there,
which is what we're seeing now. Well, like you said, it's going to have some room to expand, and I'm actually excited about what's going on in college football. I think it's reinvigorated it over the last couple of years, and so there's a lot to look forward to with that. Speaking of that, we got tonight's game. We're doing a preview of the Penn State Nittany Lions against the Notre Dame Fighting Irish, two of the most historic college franchises that exist, and they're going to be facing each other in the Orange Bowl tonight in Miami. And Penn State is ranked number 6 coming into the tournament, I believe, and Notre Dame is ranked number 7. They both knocked off big opponents to get here. How are you feeling about their chances of moving on? Obviously, one of them is going to be declared a winner, but where do you like what these teams have gone through this year and how they've gotten to this point?
Yeah. As an ex-player myself and also somebody that's coached football, to analyze and I kind of like got a blueprint, I believe, of success. And let me explain it to you.
Sure.
Attrition, depth. And we're already seeing that right now. Everybody's hurt, bro. In football, you're either hurt or you're injured. You can't play injured, right? So let's face it, all 4 of these teams are here for a reason, right? They're winners.
Yeah.
From the ground up, from the coaching to the players to all staff, right?
Absolutely.
So in saying that, they're battle tested. A lot of this is going to come down to scheme and game plan. And we just heard Dan Lanning admit his wrongs. And hey, listen, we got Wally mopped. Ohio State came in from, and we'll get to them also, came in from nowhere unexpectedly. And I believe what's happening is, bro, is we're seeing that teams are not scheming, game planning correctly. We're seeing that. And these bye weeks can be a double-edged sword.
Sure they can. Yeah. There's a fine line between rested up and rusty. Rested and rusty is a very fine line, isn't it? Yeah. Vegas has Notre Dame favored by 1.5 points coming into this matchup. At least that's the last spread I saw. How do you feel about that stat line there?
It's a good question. I've only, if anyone was following me, I've been perfect, but one game, and that was Oregon. I believe everybody was off.
I was going to say not many people voted against them or would have picked against them, but it happens. It happens.
So in saying that, this is my take. I truly believe this. We've got two great defenses going head to head, right?
We sure do.
Now, the key factors what I'm looking at is some of you that was following me saw where I predicted that the first game against Indiana that Notre Dame would win because of their defense and their rushing attack. And right when I was getting ready to post something else, I posted it just right after that. Love jetted out of the backfield for a 98-yard touchdown scamper against Indiana.
Wow. Yeah, that was a heck of a run, wasn't it?
Amen. So here, and then the next week, I said it's going to be because their defense.
Right.
And they won. So here's the deal. Yep. We got some key injuries here. We got Abdul Carter for Penn State.
Yeah, that's a big one.
And Love's hurt.
Yeah. Are they going to be playing, though? I think that as far as I know, Abdul Carter especially has made some cryptic tweets / Instagram posts that had to do with Star Wars, but it seemed like he was hinting at the fact that he anticipates playing. And I think that he's got that type of tenacity and character that you are going to have to break something on him to keep him off the field. This guy's an animal, and he's going to want to be out there harassing the quarterback all day long.
And let's face it, there's the let's play possum also. How many times during the week does really when they turn in their injury report? Come on. So other teams, coaches can't game plan for him. I may tell you that Love's hurt, but how much is he really hurt? And we're going to know that. We're going to find that out in a few hours.
Yeah, I like that. That's called the playing possum style, which is, that's hard to do in the NFL, especially with the way that you have to disclose the exact nature of the injuries. I know in other sports, hockey, for example, you can be as vague as you want with the injury so that the other team doesn't know. But with football, they want you to be very specific. But in this case, are these guys playing? Because you're planning a completely different game plan if you know they're out, as opposed to if they know they're in, because you need extra bodies over there to account for those guys if they're going to be playing. Because to me, I think that this particular game, more than any of the games we've seen so far, is going to come down to that battle of the line of scrimmage. You called it the battle of attrition, and that's where that is won, at that line of scrimmage where the big guys are just going to be battling it out, the unsung heroes who have to do all the work, grunting it out, that make the offense either move forward or move backward based on who's winning that battle.
Yes, I agree. Now, check this out. So if that being said, if both have great defenses, right, Ant?
Yeah.
Okay. Now then it goes back to what? The quarterback play, right? I have to give, now if you're going to ask me who I give the advantage to.
Who do you give the advantage? Of course.
Good question.
That's got to be the next question.
So also in the beginning of the playoffs, I said that the team that's going to win this year's championship, I'm glad this is being recorded now, is going to have a great running game.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, what does Penn State have? Not just one, but two running backs that have rushed for 1,000 yards.
Yep. Both of them are unstoppable. They really are.
And here's where I'm at in it. They're going to be keen on that tight end of theirs. We already know that he's a playmaker, man.
Yeah.
So if you can get him out in the seam or the under routes or the mesh routes, all that's going to do is open up for these backs.
Right.
And I believe,
that's just how it's been too, because even if you stop one, the other one's going to tear you apart. Katron Allen has been out of this world good when he touches the football. And I just don't see how you can stop both of them. Is there a particular back that you prefer them run, or is it just a lot of it has to do with how the other team is scheming?
It's a 1-2 punch. It's gonna come down to how James Franklin's and his offensive coordinator are going to game plan for this. Yeah. It's going to be a 1-2 punch, bro. They're going to want to run. They're going to want to run vertical, I'm sure, and then kick out their speed, their speedier guy, to kind of wear down the defense. I predict this is going to be a game, bro. that's going to be like physical, a lot of physicality. Both offenses are going to probably it's going to take them time to get going, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
It's not going to be like an Ohio State come out, just Mike Tyson knock you out. What happened, right?
This is going to be that battle of attrition, like you said.
I truly believe so. It's going to take some time for the defenses or the offenses to figure out the defenses and then adjust to that.
Yeah. So are you saying that Penn State's running game is what's going to make Drew Aller even better than he might really be, because they're able to pull all the safeties and everybody into the box to help stop that running game, which then gives him some room to work on the outside?
Oh, absolutely. Then you just open up the play action game is all you've done.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
And, unfortunately, I don't think Riley Leonard's going to have that same luxury.
Yeah, let's good question. Let's go down to that side of the ball, bro.
Sure.
Notre Dame.
Yeah.
So if that's the case, listen, I really believe Love's hurt.
Yeah.
I believe something's going on there. Now they do have another back. He did play very well in the playoffs, but he's not Love. Let's face it.
Right.
All right. So that's going to limit it.
Was it Fisher? Fisher's their other running back, right? Justin Fisher.
I believe so.
Okay.
Fisher, is that what is it?
But he's not the same as Jeremiah Love, right?
Not at all. Not at all. So that being said, that's their star back. That's their 4-down back, pretty much. I mean, this guy loves the guy.
Right.
He's their workhorse. You know what I mean?
So everything really hinges on whether he plays or not, if they have a legitimate chance. Because do they have a game plan that they could shift to? I mean, come on. I might be a Penn State fan, but there's a lot of Notre Dame fans out there. Is there any hope for them if Jeremiah Love does not play in this game?
Well, here's the deal. I said, here's what I did. I predicted. There's another game. I'm going to say I wasn't wrong because I can't coach. That's on coaches. Right. I said Arizona State was going to upset and beat Texas. Yeah. And here is the way I said they were going to do it. And this is what Notre Dame needs to do. They got a dual quarterback. He can run the football. So what they need to do is Riley Leonard, RPOs, get him going in the run game as well, bro.
Yeah, you got to move his legs, that's for sure. Yep. You have to have him at least stretching the field horizontally to get the defensive ends of Penn State to have to exert some energy instead of just crashing in on him.
I mean, that's what I believe they're going to have to do. And Penn State's got their number. These are great coaching staffs as well. If they zero in on that.
Yeah. And I'll tell you, I think if I'm Notre Dame, I want this to come down to a kick. If I'm Notre Dame, I want this to come down to a kick late in the fourth quarter, and I want to be the one kicking the ball because their kicker's not too bad. He's a guy that's won some games for them, and he can look to do that again here. And I think that's what they're going to try to do. I mean, I think that's their best chance to win. There's not going to be a blowout.
No.
This isn't in any capacity. Right.
I don't believe so either. Do you?
Now, this is going to be a tough game. It's going to come down to the final 2 minutes of play, I believe, and it's going to come down to a field goal. And if you're Notre Dame, you want Mitch Jeter out there kicking the field goal for you and hoping that he nails it.
Yeah. Hey, I wanted to give you some history on this too, enlighten everybody there.
Yeah, let's do that.
One prediction that we're going to nail, and we're going to be perfectly right. We can't be wrong on this prediction.
Okay,
is that one of these coaches is going to be the first African American coach to go into college football into the college football championship. Did you know that?
Oh no, I did not know that. Congratulations. That's going to be awesome.
So this is really great. That's what I'm saying. College football this year, I don't care what anybody says, it's been exciting, bro.
It has.
It's
reinvigorated.
So much parity, so many first-time things happening, right?
Yeah. Yep.
And I truly believe a lot of people is going to be locked into this game just as much as the Ohio State game.
Absolutely. I think that this is a big game for a lot of old school college football fans. Penn State hasn't been really ranked in the top 10 in a while with any massive impact, or if they've been in there, they've kind of jumped in and then got knocked out. Same thing with Notre Dame. There's been a few appearances in the top 10 and then to get knocked out. And then here they are. They still didn't finish in the top 5. You know, they're number 6 and 7 in the final rankings. Well, prior to the playoffs. and now they've got a chance to really still take home the national title. And that's been a while for both of these teams. I don't remember how long it's been, but I know both teams have at least a 10-year drought. I don't know if we have one of our stat guys wants to fill us in with the information there, but it's been a long time since either one of these teams won a national title.
You got to go back to Lou Holtz days, bro.
Wow, is it that long?
When Notre Dame was really a powerhouse.
Gotta love the internet. Yes, their last playoff title was in, is that seriously saying 1988? 1988. That is almost 40 years ago.
See?
That's 37 years ago. So there's a lot of people who might even be listening to this, watching this, and even might be Notre Dame fans who have never seen them even sniff at a national title. And here they are, just 2 wins away from a national title. So that's really impressive. And this is one of those things that adds to that excitement, you know?
Absolutely.
Yeah. And it's actually been longer. Sorry, let me interrupt you real quick. It's actually been even longer for Penn State. It looks to me like you'd have to go all the way back to the days of Joe Paterno and the 1986 season, which is when they won their last national championship.
Oh, Joe, 2 old timers, man. Old school coaching. Huh?
Yep. Hey, we haven't seen the likes of them in a while.
I'll tell you what else I want to add to this. Everybody was saying that Penn State had an easy way to get to the championship, right?
Sure.
Okay. Well, let me also say this. Listen, Boise State wasn't a joke. Genty,
no, they weren't.
Listen, Genty, that kid's special. I really believe. I still will hold my belief on Genty is really special. I believe he's going to have a great NFL career, right?
Yep.
Bro, they held him, I believe, under 100 yards.
And really that's the key, right? Because you could make the argument that maybe Boise State didn't have a complete team, that their defense wasn't as stout as Penn State's can be on the front line. That's all great. But like you said, he has been tearing turf this year. He was absolutely unstoppable. And Penn State is the first team that no matter how they tried to scheme him, they could not spring him for any type of gain. It was something to see. Now, I still feel he's going to be a first-round pick in the NFL draft. He's got that type, which, they don't pick running backs hardly all anymore in the first round, but he's a first-round back, and Penn State was able to put the clamps down on him. So,
bro, if it wasn't Travis Hunter, he would have had it. He would have had
exactly. He would have the Heisman Trophy if it wasn't for Travis.
And
Travis, unfortunately for him, Travis played near Heisman level capacity on both sides of the ball, which we've never seen that happen. So, but we'll save that for another video.
Yeah, man. Hey, look, you know what else? Anybody that's ever played football at all knows also, who I was coached by Herb McMath Sr., ex-Raider under D. John Madden. That's my lineage, by the way. Just want to throw that out there.
You gave your age there a little bit, but we're still good with that.
God bless you, Coach Herb. But look, check this out. It all started like Big John Madden used to say, bro, it starts in the trenches. Genty could not have ran like that unless he had the guys up front. Come on now.
Right. Yep.
Amen.
They made holes, and they just were unable to make any holes against Penn State.
So you're telling me that Penn State all of a sudden, a Boise State was just that bad? That Penn State, D-line isn't that good?
No, I think it makes your argument that they did not have such an easy road to get there. Maybe it wasn't as tough as Notre Dame's in the sense of, Notre Dame was thought to be seriously outmatched in that game, and yet they came in, and really it was a 30-second series of plays that really stole that game for them. But it doesn't matter. Like they say, any given Sunday, in this case, it's any given Thursday, but anyone can win this game tonight. And I'm excited to see what happens.
Hey, there it is. What does Vegas have? What'd you say? Notre Dame?
1.5. Yeah, Notre Dame favored by 1.5.
So even Vegas is saying, hey, listen, you know what I mean?
And the odds makers don't like to throw money away for nothing. So they see something there that's causing them to lean in the direction of Notre Dame.
Amen.
What do you see?
Yeah. Well,
and you got to give us your final prediction now. This is what everyone came to watch for. They came to make the money. We're sorry for holding you all hostage for as long as we did, but now you get the meat and potatoes as Crash gives you his favorites picks for the game.
I'm gonna say, man, this is I want to go back to how Penn State played Oregon.
Yeah.
Okay. This is what I'm going back to, bro. How tough they played them.
Yes.
The ending. This is a team that knows how to start, but it also knows how to finish.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
I believe that in the long run, that what's going to give them the edge is the finish. And I'm going to say, I wouldn't doubt if it goes into overtime and Penn State gets them in overtime.
Yep. Wow. Well, like I said, I thought final drive, but overtime is just as close. And I like Penn State eking out not only the money line, but taking the victory as well, because a 1.5 point money line doesn't really give you much cushion. I think that Penn State wins the game, and I'm going to say that they win by that field goal.
All right. We're both in agreement then. Awesome.
Yep. That's
and
awesome.
we didn't discuss that. We didn't even,
No, we did not.
Wow, bro.
Yep. Good first podcast. I love it. Anybody that watched, we really appreciate you. We'll be back tomorrow. We'll try to get on and upload it a little bit earlier for those of you looking forward to tomorrow's game. We'll bring you more information on that too. Any quick prediction about who you like tomorrow?
Oh yeah, there's no doubt. Bro, it's listen, I said the beginning, I said Oregon is the team to beat. Dan Lanning, I believe, last year left a bad taste in his mouth. I believe that he said there's not going to be any offseason. He made a commitment to that. We saw that. Numbers don't lie. If you're undefeated, you're pretty doggone good. I just have to believe that something happened in there in the process of not being prepared. And they came out in Ohio State. Listen, they got tired of the noise, man. They got tired of
what a bounce back after losing to Michigan, a month ago.
And this nonsense, so-called experts out there, please, guys, this rhetoric that, well, Ryan Day, if they don't win this game, he's going to be fired. Are you serious?
I think he secured his job by smashing Oregon into the ground.
Bro, I think he took it to heart. They got those two awesome wide receivers, and I got Ohio State. You know that tomorrow.
Okay. Man. Well, we'll go over that tomorrow. We appreciate y'all coming, and I'll see you tomorrow, Crash. Everybody have a good night. Bye-bye.
God bless you, brother. God bless people.